Throughout history, the allure of power has shaped societies, governments, and leaders, often revealing its darker side. These lessons remind us of the fragility of integrity when power is unchecked and the importance of accountability in leadership. 1. Absolute power breeds absolute corruption. One of the most famous observations about power comes from Lord Acton: power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Historical autocrats like King Louis XVI and Tsar Nicholas II illustrate how unchecked power can lead to repression, poor governance, and ultimately revolution. 2. Greed often replaces service. Leaders initially driven by noble intentions may succumb to greed once power is secured. The Roman Empire's decline, partly caused by corrupt leadership prioritizing wealth over civic duty, serves as a stark example. 3. Flawed decision-making in isolation. When leaders surround themselves with sycophants and eliminate dissent, their judgment suffers. Emperor Nero of Rome and the fall of his regime exemplify how isolation from honest counsel can lead to disastrous decisions. 4. Fear fuels tyranny. Corrupt leaders often rule through fear to maintain their grip on power. Historical figures like Joseph Stalin showcase how fear-mongering and suppression of dissent erode trust and lead to widespread suffering. 5. Corruption can undermine movements for justice. The French Revolution began with ideals of liberty and equality, but leaders like Robespierre became consumed by power, leading to internal purges and widespread terror. Even the most righteous causes are vulnerable to corruption. 6. Accountability is essential. Power without accountability often leads to abuse. Monarchies like that of King Charles I of England, who was executed for his actions, demonstrate the critical role of checks and balances in leadership. 7. The role of propaganda in consolidating power. Leaders seeking to maintain corrupt regimes often rely on propaganda to manipulate public opinion. Nazi Germany, under Adolf Hitler, used propaganda to normalize harmful ideologies and suppress opposition. 8. Wealth as a tool for corruption. Historical examples like the Gilded Age in America show how the concentration of wealth in the hands of the few can corrupt not only leaders but also institutions, leading to systemic inequality. 9. Revolts against corruption are inevitable. History shows that corruption leads to resistance. The fall of colonial empires, fueled by grassroots movements, highlights how oppressed populations eventually push back against exploitative systems. 10. Power is best when shared. Systems of governance that distribute power, like democracies, are less prone to corruption. The success of the Magna Carta and modern democratic institutions underscores the importance of shared power and collective decision-making. History teaches us that power, while a force for change, must be handled with integrity and accountability. Without safeguards, it can corrupt even the most virtuous leaders. These lessons are a call to vigilance, reminding us that leadership thrives when rooted in service, transparency, and humility.